Hi, my name is Natalie.
My name's Ellie, and today we're talking about peatland restoration.
High on the moor of the Peat District is a landscape of peat, a rich, dark soil. Healthy peatlands are wet and boggy. Combined with low oxygen conditions, this moisture means plant material doesn't rot and is instead compressed into acidic peat soil. Healthy blanket bogs are covered in a patchwork of specialist plants, which have perfectly adapted to survive in this unique environment and which provide benefits to the surrounding area.
These benefits have long been impacted by hundreds of years of historic damage, including drainage for grouse shooting moors, air pollution and resultant wildfires, resulting in expanses of bare peat. As it stands, 98% of our lowland peatland habitats across Lancashire, Greater Manchester and North Merseyside have already been destroyed. We visited Kinder Scout to get a closer look.
Thanks to the wet, acidic, low nutrient conditions, peatlands have the ability to store millions of tonnes of carbon dioxide that has been absorbed over thousands of years, helping in the fight against climate change. Not only that, but they reduce the risk of flooding by soaking up water during periods of high rainfall and gradually releasing it over time. By contrast, a degraded peatland actively leaks carbon into the atmosphere.
Peatlands are also key habitats for endangered and rare species of both plants and animals, including the bogbrush cricket, black darter dragonfly, round-leaved sundew and sphagnum moss.
The precious 2% that remain face serious threats from all corners. Draining moisture for grouse shooting upsets the delicate peatland ecosystem and can very quickly turn it back into grassland or woodland. The peatland flora and fauna adapted for the previous environment then struggles to survive.
Agricultural fertilisers add nutrients to the low nutrient soil, which are then very difficult, if not impossible, to remove, permanently decreasing the area of peatland habitat.
As lowland habitats, there is a lot of pressure for lowland peatlands from urban developments.
And misinformation has historically meant that people have placed little value on peatland habitats, seeing them as unproductive wastelands, and this preconception has endured.
Restoring and protecting our precious peatlands is crucial, not just for wildlife, but for us. They are nature reserves, carbon stores, flood barriers, and a wild reminder of a time before man-made pressures took hold. Once a peatland has degraded past a certain point, it cannot be restored, and this precious resource will be lost forever.
Ongoing work with reserve staff, conservation teams, landowners and volunteers has begun the restoration process. Projects include re-wetting the landscape by building dams and bunds to raise water levels, planting native trees and moorland species to re-establish plant cover, improving water quality and providing natural habitats, and sharing enthusiasm for these precious habitats for future generations of both people and wildlife alike.
The peatlands are key to the UK's adaptation and for future climate change resilience. This is a key and local issue.
As heavy rainfall and droughts become more frequent, the peatland has to act as a barrier for flooding and storage during droughts. Restoring this sponge to work as intended is the number one thing the UK has to do to protect itself and its population.
Thank you for joining us today on this journey to the peatlands, the number one nature-based solution for the UK.